It is Bennington. I'm Ron Bennington. Gail Bennington, Stanley Bennington, and our beautiful interns are here. Let me just say this. Today will be remembered as Pepperoni Bread Mondays. Gail, you were right to push Antee on this because it turned out to be a rock star day for everybody.
This is amazing.
Umkay just came in and just cut a big solid piece. Everybody else has been cutting
slices,
thin slices and going back.
No, I got.
And Umkay just came in, hacked it with a knife, took a big giant piece for himself.
It's ridiculous.
No, I was proud. I was proud of him. Now we got into this. What is the difference between your mom's pepperoni bread and a nice stromboli?
I don't know. She makes it in 15 seconds, it seems like. It doesn't even take her that long to make.
It's delicious. So you're always playing your mom down, by the way. Instead of putting her over.
The woman's
now, what is that a picture of?
That's a picture of stromboli.
That's pretty similar to what we're eating there.
It's got something in it, though. I don't know what that black stuff is in the stromboli.
It looks like an olive.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. But there's cheese in strombolis, too.
There's cheese in this, too.
Cheese in there.
Yeah, oh, there is?
Yes. You would know because you ate big and you ate fast. And what are you, a Navy diver? What are you wearing today?
You don't like
What is this?
Would you jump ship?
I like it.
What is it?
It's a sweater.
But what's with the Navy thing and the little things on the... I mean, it looks like it should only be...
Of it.
Yeah, but it seems like if you're in Annapolis, it's fine. But it's almost like you're dressed as a cop and walking around on your own.
It works in New York.
You know, there was one place... No, that has nothing to do with New York. Now, there was one place in Little Italy that had a stromboli that I would go to every time, and they replaced it with this generic fake Italian restaurant. But it was my favorite spot to get stromboli, and I haven't even found a place I like as much as that.
That's heartbreaking when a place like that.
If I'm going to be totally honest, I've moved over now to hitting this one place for a Vietnamese sandwich every time.
Mm-hmm.
What's in a Vietnamese sandwich?
The banh mi?
The banh mi. You never had that?
No.
They're right next door here. There's a great banh mi right next door.
Huh.
What's the banh mi? I don't know.
It's like pork two different ways. Like there's a ham, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like a ground spicy pork. Then instead of using lettuce, it's shredded carrot. There's like some sort of a sweet spicy sauce.
And
it's crazy good.
Not forget, it's made with the best French bread.
Mm-hmm.
So because the French were over in Vietnam before us, and they taught Charlie how to bake.
Mm-hmm.
And do you cook, MK?
No, I don't.
So it's the one feminine thing you refuse to do.
Yeah, I really cannot cook.
I'll tell you what, I'd have you cooking in no time at all.
Wait, can you bake?
Yeah.
Oh, you can bake?
Yeah, I can bake.
I find baking so much harder than cooking.
It's difficult. Baking is hard. It's a science. That's why.
I feel like baking is easier because you just follow a set recipe.
Are you talking like a box cake?
Well, yeah, that I could do, but then even making cookies, I think is pretty basic too.
I don't like that you bake. He's interesting. He's an interesting guy. What are you doing when you're baking? You're editing the whole time?
While I'm waiting for the cookies to rise. Yeah,
You're just dressed as a sailor?
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, everybody,
great life
fresh
he
in
has.
town. Yeah. Antee, why can't you talk nicer about your mom?
She don't talk nice about me.
What are you talking about? She don't talk nice about you.
Every once in a while, she throws venom my way, so
Like
I gotta
what? What'd
put
she
her in
say?
check.
What'd she say?
You gotta find a job, you gotta get out of the house, mother stuff.
That's bad stuff to you.
Yeah.
She wants you to grow up and take care of yourself.
These are
I
good
know,
lessons.
but not yet. Let's give me a little bit more time.
Look,
You got all this pepperoni bread.
Yeah,
Why-
why would I want to leave now? She's making pepperoni breads and pound cake.
but that maybe she'd want you to stay if you said some nice things about her.
That's true. She knows I love her.
Be nice to your mom, man. For the love of God.
That's right. You don't even have a mom anymore.
It
right?
goes both ways.
You get one, Antee. You get one. You better appreciate her.
Well, if you look at those Jenner kids, they ended up getting a second mom coming back. They lost their dad, but they got a mom.
You think about that?
Fluid. That's how sexuality is. Fluid.
American hero.
Who would you say is gayer?
Yeah.
Would you say McKay or Antee?
I'm going to say Antee's gayer right now.
What?
Yeah.
How the fuck is that possible?
Even McKay can't believe that.
How the fuck is that possible?
Why do you got to get offended? Why can't you just say it
I
happens?
just listen.
Yeah.
You know
It's the
why?
man's opinion.
Italian boys are sensitive.
Yeah.
That's true about
Yes.
Italian boys.
They're emotional,
Yeah, they're
Very.
emotional. They're very emotional.
passionate.
Yeah.
Love of the mother.
Love of the mother, hate of the father. You know, it's very well known. It's Oedipus.
Well, I don't want to date my mother anytime soon.
No one said you were going to date her, but you do love your mom, right?
Really came right out with that, huh?
You
I
never
know what
gonna-
Oedipus is.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of girls out there, but there's only one mom. That's the thing. All right?
Yeah, I know. She knows I love her.
What about you? Okay, you seem colder though, right? You don't care one way or another about your mom.
No,
right?
I care about
You seem
her,
like-
but we text, we call, like it's
Yeah, you couldn't even pick her out of a lineup.
How often do you call your mom?
Probably once a week. She'll call me or
That's
I'll
terrible.
call her.
He couldn't even fathom.
No,
Can you? How do you know?
You and your
I
mom
gotta
are
call
up-
her at least twice a day.
you
Make
and your
sure-
mom are yelling upstairs at each other.
once a day. That can't fly in my. That doesn't fly in my household.
It's got to be constant, right?
It's gotta be.
Constant connection. Well, I'll tell you this, your mom, everything she brought in, she cooks magnificent.
She's 2 for 2.
You're going to find a girl like this for yourself?
I'm gonna try.
I can't imagine.
There are certain candidates out there, but I'm gonna try.
Couple candidates?
Couple candidates.
Okay.
What do you think you're almost ready for settling down, huh?
Yeah, I gotta start thinking about that.
Why don't you be like Chris Stanley, date the same girl for 22 years?
8 years.
Okay.
Tomato, tomato.
I was going for dog years.
8.
How many dog years is that? 56?
Yes.
That's terrible.
Date her for
Well, we're
56.
humans, so
You could
it's
have-
totally fine.
You could honestly have a middle-aged dog by now. You could have a
crazy.
dog with a bad spine.
I couldn't have a fucking old bad dog. It would kill me.
No, I like old dogs because they need you a little more.
Yeah, but you
They're
know it's
so
almost
chill.
over.
I know, but see, I had a dog that was around since I was a baby, right up until I was in high school. It was still, and it was like a hunting dog, and I would take it out and pretend that we were hunting, and I would have a little stick, and I would throw it like a foot, and I would like, good buddy, come on back here, dog.
That buddy's a
Yeah,
good dog.
Well, he was the best dog I ever had. Buddy,
Hey, buddy.
hey, who's my buddy? You buddy?
It's another thing she screwed me on as a dog.
What's that mean? Screwed you on it?
Here's the deal.
you
Here's the
on
deal.
a
Now
dog?
you tell me. When I was little, I wasn't the best student in school, so she told me if I made the honor roll,
Yeah.
I would get a dog. I made the honor roll, and she claims she has no recollection of ever telling me that.
She probably, you know what, you're
motivation.
dyslexic, and she probably thought it brought up God with you, and you thought it was about a dog.
Yeah.
That's why you got such bad grades, because you're dyslexic. You're already, already wearing those big windshield glasses already. You're too young for glasses that big.
I know, but I can't see.
At what age?
I can never see. I just
So you
never
were like a
wore
little
contacts.
baby with a pair of glasses?
The Coke
I
bottle glasses.
love babies with glasses.
Nothing's cuter.
I know. The big, like, you looking at a toddler with big Elvis Costello glasses on. Hello! Like, when you wear glasses like that, I think that you should be driving around in, like, a rag top and you say that you're producing a sitcom. You know what I mean?
I just think they look so smart like that. Like a smart little baby. Like I'd let that baby do my taxes. He looks so
I'll let
smart.
all babies do my taxes. Look at you, little ad machine. What are you looking at, babies with glasses?
That's pretty much, that's the gist of what I was wearing.
Get out of here.
I swear to God.
That's adorable.
You know what's sad, though? It's adorable to everybody but girls your own age. You know what I mean?
Right.
Did anybody call you Four Eyes and make you cry when you were little?
Yeah, and then when I took them off, they said I look Chinese.
Let me see. Yeah, here's what I'll have. I'll have rice, give me some wonton soup.
Okie dokie.
You do look Chinese with those glasses off.
They used to call me chink.
Jeez, that's a slur.
I didn't mean it, but...
What's the story? Your dad brought you back from Vietnam? What
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah. Charlie brought me back from Vietnam.
Oh, that's the cutest. What about you? Did the little girls like you, Umkay, when you were a little kid?
Yeah, I think so. I had my first kiss when I was in first grade.
Really? What was his name? See what I did there? I was just having a little fun with you. Did you show these guys your karaoke thing?
Oh.
Of you dancing around in front of guys and singing?
It's on
No, I
YouTube,
didn't
isn't
get
it?
to.
Is it on YouTube?
Show it to me.
That one isn't, but I have another one that's up that's pretty funny.
What is it?
It's pretty much me dancing. It's like a burlesque kind of number.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Let's go do it.
Alright.
Can we
And
tweet this?
I'm more gay.
You know why? It's the glasses.
Yeah.
The glasses make you look smart and gay.
It's that one. It's the first one.
Okay.
Should I?
Yeah.
Dances the big jazz.
Send them to Twitter there, would you? I turn up the sound.
Oh, shit.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction. Real big spender, your loved one so to the point. I don't pop my cork for every guy I see.
This looks like the Escape from New York. All right, let's stop it for a second. All right, let's just get back into this.
Okay.
You're a young man, right?
Yes.
Why are you dancing like a womanly burlesque dancer?
Because
and what place is this that that people are screaming like this?
This is at my school. They do lip sync there, similar to Jimmy Fallon, and the crazier it is, the funnier it is. And I got first place because of it.
Of course you got first place. Nobody was gonna, but let me tell you, this kid's one of a kind. His confidence level's through the roof. Never worries about a thing. Has a great sense of humor about himself and others. He's going to go such places.
He's truly evolved.
He's evolved. He's not a new man. He's a newer man. The newest man there could be. Now, girls date you?
Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm.
Now, what do they like about you?
I think you don't see it, but they like my humor.
No, I do. I think you think you're very funny.
They like that I'm smart, too. I could carry a conversation.
I don't think so. That part, I think that but I think I think that you're right. I think this is a whole new thing that's out there. Are we tweeting this out on the Twitter page?
It's shortly, very shortly.
Okay. Because I never saw anything like this in my life.
It's amazing.
It gets better.
It gets better.
We needed a break, not to get so used to it.
It's up on Twitter.
All right, for the people out there, this young man, and I'm like, I saw something you did the other day that isn't as sexually provocative as this.
That's true.
So and for me, I cringe. I mean, for people my generation, we would die.
Right.
We would die if that happened. All right, let's go back and pick it up from there because you're really, really incredibly nuts.
Yeah. Dramatic kind of pause.
They're going crazy.
Yeah, they're going out of their minds.
Just like he's a Beatle.
You're nuts. He never cracks a smile while he's up there.
Because it's game time.
Serious time. You got to do this.
And what this camera walk is.
It's too much ass, Umkay.
It's way too much ass.
And all that jazz
They're singing along with him.
He's killing.
Yeah.
He's killing.
And all that jazz.
Did you know the words before this?
I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold, but the thrill is hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl and all that jazz.
Yes.
Very similar move.
This is mind blowing.
The audience is losing it.
They're eating it up.
Oh gosh, there you go. And on a high note.
Hamstring would snap if I ever did that.
Jesus. Okay. This goes on like a Yes album.
Look at him
All right, shake
shake.
it. Shimmy that shit.
They're going nuts.
They were screaming. There was a couple hundred people there watching.
All right. Cajun Jack says his father must be so proud. Hashtag Bennington. John Cahill, more like John Gayhill. Hashtag Bennington. I'm surprised the chair didn't disappear when he sat on it. Hashtag Bennington. Listen to Amanda. Umkay is making me feel like a cougar. Fruity sailor who knits, bakes, dances. I'm in. Hashtag Bennington. Mike just says, what a quay. I don't know what a quay is. Queer gay, I'm guessing?
Yep, that's it.
Big jazz, more like big jizz, says JP. Now, you know that you were doing something nutty, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't know how they were going to react. I thought they would think it was the stupidest thing possible, or they would act the way they did.
By the way,
I
that's
loved
what I
it.
love about this kid. Seriously, he's almost fearless because he's like, I'm going for this. I dig it. Boom.
It's a way to
Landed.
be. It's a way to be.
I think he's going to be I don't know what he's going to do with his career, but I just see it as a kind of show that doesn't exist yet. You know what I mean? Like when he gets around to doing stuff after his schooling, I'm thinking people are going to be, well, here's a new kind of entertainment. He's dancing for 3 hours to all that jazz.
Over and over again.
So much rehearsal.
All right, some of this to hashtag Bennington. All together now on the count of 3. Cringe. Sarah McPants says, I'm very uncomfortable with hashtag all of that jizz. But what is it about that? You know what I mean? Like, we were just sitting around talking about Bruce Jenner, and the thing is, he's coming from a different age where this is a big deal. But I think to somebody like Umkay's age group, none of this
No, I think
is
it's
a big deal.
to his generation. It's just like, all right, that's what he wants to do. Okay, do
Right.
it.
There's more choices.
Yeah,
Do you
I
feel
agree.
like you've got more choices?
I absolutely. I mean, even though I'm still not in your circumstance, I feel like there's so many things I can take opportunity of, and I like that you can put your input on so many different things. Now I can say I've danced on stage, I can say I knit, and I think having those qualities helps you stand out, certainly in the job field and just everything else in life.
Wait, hold on. You think that there's a corporation out there who are going to look at your knitting, look at your sweater.
Yeah.
By the way, his stuff is spectacular. There's not a problem with it. And then they're going to look at your all that jazz dance in short shorts and say, this is a guy that we want.
Hire him up.
This kid stands out. I think
Yeah.
that's what people are looking for, somebody that stands out, and that's just an example.
I'm going to be honest. When you started to pull up the video, I was thinking it was going to be a situation where he had a couple drinks.
Right.
Somebody recorded him being silly and singing along to something. He hopped up on stage. No, this was a choreographed well thought out piece.
It was
I was very
choreographed,
surprised.
He stayed professional through the whole piece.
He sold
Now-
it.
Now you look over here at your buddy, old school Johnny Meatballs.
Oh, Johnny Meatball.
He's coming into town with nothing but a dream and some pepperoni bread under his arm. You know what I mean? Like, you suddenly look ancient now.
I'm
next to the
an
new man.
afterthought. Now I get
Yeah.
the B and he gets the A.
Your old Joe Stromboli
B.
over here.
Why would you get a B?
Yeah, why would I get a B? You're right.
Your mom gets an A.
Oh, Mrs. Antee, yeah, she gets an A for all the delicious treats. Annie, you're in F Town right now.
No, here's a generational
F-down.
difference. You couldn't have done this at his age, right?
No, I mean there wasn't even a place to upload it.
For me, this would have been like saying to the kids of the neighborhood, kick me till I'm dead. It would have been the same exact, it would have been suicide.
Yeah, I mean, if I was a freshman in college and did that, it would be fucking nuts. It would not be taken very well. It's very weird. It's
So
very.
the
it's
world's
only a few-
changing. And he's on the edge, like he's saying. Jimmy Fallon has picked. Now, obviously, you cut this before Jimmy Fallon had
Yeah,
his.
I did this
what do you
before.
call it? But I saw John Kazaritsky put on a dress and act like Tina Turner the other night.
And then isn't there like a show that's just lip sync battle now? Also,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
Oh my
it's
FX.
been
God!
on.
What the fuck are we talking to you about, Chris?
No, I know Jimmy Fallon does that, but there's also
No,
the
it's
show.
he. He produces that show.
All right, mistaken.
Mistaken, or you just sit there and you got pepperoni bread in your ears and you're not paying attention to anything.
That's not where you put that.
Look, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Past. I'm looking at Umkay. Future.
I have to travel to the future, which I guess would be going somewhere with Umkay.
Yeah, maybe.
So we'll practice
Somewhat.
a routine.
You would probably embarrass him.
Oh my God, that'd
For
be
his
great.
friends. All right, Shane Green just writes, "What up, knitters?" I guess because a lot of people knit and they're
Yeah.
with you.
I want to see some of your stuff.
Yeah, all right. I'll definitely. I could bring peace in next time.
What's
Nice.
that? You knitting?
Yeah. So that way
Like to
Gail
see.
You
can
had a different sweater every day. I'm not sweater. What you used to-
Scarves.
My scarves.
Yeah, your
are my
scarves and your
specialty.
hats.
Nice. I
And
like
he would wear his hat to one side. He would look adorable, you know? It was a whole kind of look. Aaron said, no, Miss Anthony gets the D. That's terrible.
Oh, that's terrible. That's probably one of the first times I've ever heard anyone say that about my mother.
One of the first.
One of the first times.
among the first.
Every once in a while, my friends would throw it at like something like that.
Queen Elizabeth said, on the upside, Pepper would have probably blown out his knee trying to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, Liz Said Spire says this about him. Way less effeminate than I had imagined. I would agree with that.
I was a little put off when you started shifting his
Shifting your
ass.
ass back and forth like
ass
a
or-
metronome.
Not the chest and the shimmies. Just
No,
Was the ass that was a problem for you?
I mean he's my intern.
What about that leg?
what about that? I did have like Under Armour on just because my legs are so white. It might have seemed like I just had the shorts on, but there were Under Armour on, so
Oh,
it
so
doesn't.
actually-
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
that revealing. Those shorts are pretty revealing though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like that slit. That
But
goes,
what were
like,
you
Yeah.
thinking when you were on stage? This is going great, or
Like the audience, because like you heard how they were reacting, so I was feeling just the way they were going, and it made me feel more confident too.
sure?
Feed off it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feed off it.
Eat pepperoni bread. and
You
work
seriously sound like you're his agent. I'm taking your place.
I would love to be his agent.
This kid feeds off the audience.
He's a star.
You got Under Armour there. You ready to go? A lot of people impressed with McKay. Congratulations, McKay.
Yay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. Was impressive.
Yeah.
Sold it.
Good.
You brought it, kid.
You committed.
Nice.
A few people are upset that I called Stephen Hawking the guy who talks like a speaking spell. Now I wish I didn't say that. Now in hindsight, I'm starting to understand. That's a little offensive.
You learn something every day.
I tried to. Here.
He's a public figure. He's open to ridicule. They made a movie about him. It happens.
Some people wondering whether Shelby will be part of your new team.
He is welcome to apply for the position. I mean, I'm going to look over everything that we went through the last few months. I mean, there was a lot of screw-ups. There was multiple screw ups for just the simplest of tasks.
See, you make multiple screw-ups.
Are you going to apply?
Oh, shit.
You got burned, roasted.
You better apply yourself. You guys worked under Shelby, right?
Yeah.
What would you give him?
I give him an A. He showed me how to do everything.
I'm gonna give like a B plus.
Okay, what would you give him, Chris?
F.
I'm going to give him an A in being funny, and then an F in getting along with Chris, the Stan Stanley.
I'll take that nickname.
I just hope he makes it through your.
It's a rigorous application process.
You know, when I heard the rhyme there, I'm like, don't do it, Chris.
Do not.
Do not do it.
Stop there.
Stop it.
Not got that. Got it?
Not getting that. And be pregnant.
What were you saying that to yourself in your apartment?
When he was masturbating on a dead cat.
I thought he was just trying to decide if he should get dressed this weekend.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna put the shoes on.
I have lock-in weekends sometimes, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You isolating? Yeah. I think that's true. This got written in. That sent to her as a mumble mouth fuck.
I speak very clearly. That guy's the one who mumbles on Twitter. How you pull that off, dude? It's fucking words you type out.
Got him. Mumbles on.
Oh, I know why I was doing that. I was watching the 90s, this 90s retrospective on Saturday Night Live on VH1.
I watched the 70s and the 80s and then turned the 90s off.
I only watched the 90s.
The 80s was great because they were like, Elaine is not funny. And then she went on to be Elaine. And they had Larry David on there, and he was like, he's a terrible writer. He will never go anywhere. But Joe Piscopo was aces. The 70s were a gimme, but the 80s were so up and down. And it was weird that they showed the Billy Crystal year, and all those guys had been like, we had already done 1 year. Who wants to do another one?
Done.
Marty Short is like, I came home one night like 4 o'clock in the morning. I got my wife a piece of cake, and I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't know, because you're on Saturday Night Live, Marty.
Just do it for me. What?
Not gonna do it.
No.
Not gambit.
Also on a
What?
Ron Bennington interviews.
What?
On Ron Bennington interviews. That's at 9 p.m. on Indie Channel 102.
Take your time once you fuck up. Just ease yourself back into it. Don't scream at this audience.
Was it screaming?
Yes. You were freaking out. Like somehow they were starting trouble with you. Take your time.
On RBI tonight on Indie Channel 102, The Unmasked with Richard Lewis.
Oh, that was nice.
Now, the reason why you bring that up, there's a piece up on the iBank today about Richard Lewis getting a new TV show and writing a new book. Very, very funny man, Richard Lewis.
A new TV show with Patrick Stewart, which I can't wait to watch because I love Patrick Stewart. And I love Richard Lewis.
Good.
I love Richard. Richard Lewis is the best.
Now, I did the Unmasked with him, and see if you think of this as an Unmasked. He did the entire hour wearing black sunglasses.
Do you have a briefcase with him as well?
Yeah, he wanted to keep it right next. He was one of those guys, he had a case with him. I'm going to keep it right here. You mind if I keep this next to the chair? No one's going to steal from you, Richard. We love you. You don't want him to keep it between my legs.
Safe place.
Anyone touches this briefcase and the show's over. That was years ago, though. He was very funny.
And that's airing tonight on Indie Channel 102 at 9 p.m. Eastern. Unmasked with Richard Lewis.
Yeah.
Nice.
You mumbled it out there without screaming and making it the audience's fault.
I sometimes don't know, how loud I'm talking.
Well, normally if you make a mistake of any kind, you just start swinging. Or if you catch yourself on a run-on sentence, you'll just take your shoe off and start beating the table like Khrushchev.
Why didn't you end sooner? Why didn't you make your point?
I don't know.
You pulled it together, though. That was good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Paul Frampton said, God fucking forbid that Poofy do a research on the Suicide Squad. Apparently you got it all incorrect what you told us.
I think that guy's just hating on me.
Yeah, maybe.
You can't shake this poofy thing, can you?
No. Oh. What's that even from? Just your poofy haircut?
Because the haircut I got over the weekend is just they cut it short except for the very top of my forehead, and it's just a poof.
So you just got a little poofington there.
I feel silly.
Looks great, though.
I don't think so.
Is that what got you the lock it in weekend?
Yeah, I don't want to be outside.
I'm not going out there. And hear their Greek story of laughter. I'll just stay at home and write poetry. Poof. No, it ain't. It's poof, not goof.
Okay, I looked up with the Suicide Squad.
Finally.
It's an anti-hero team of incarcerated supervillains working for the United States government. Exactly what I said.
Not gonna that.
Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
Not gonna that. But Dana Carvey never really got the follow-up that he should have.
I know,
from
it's
SNL.
true.
The movies all tanked outside of Wayne's World. And then the TV show tanked too.
Poor Dana.
Then he had a heart attack.
Did he?
He's okay.
You okay?
He's let him have a second one.
Now, here's the thing. Not only did he have a heart attack, but they fucking went and replaced the wrong valve or something stupid like that. Yeah. And he was just like, not gonna. Well, isn't that special?
Satan? That's it.
We got to wrap this one up, though, huh?
Yeah.
I want to thank our special guest today, Pepperoni Bread.
My favorite guest we've had so far.
Did you guys finish it?
No, you guys take it home.
Stop it. Nobody's taking anything home.
I'm
The
not.
kids eating
I
here.
eat this stuff all the time. I'm not gonna. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, eat.
I was eyeing it, so.
Yeah. Go ahead, house it. Show everybody what a nice big piece you make for yourself. Cut a piece like last piece.
It was like this.
Yeah, go
Oh
ahead.
my
Go
God.
ahead, yeah, just cut it. Cut it, you deserve. Cut it, you deserve.
After.
You'll get the rest. You'll get the rest.
Okay, good.
Andy's mom can always make more.
When she gets home, I'm gonna say back to work. He's coming out with jazz videos. I gotta keep up.
You can never catch this kid.
I gotta
all
keep.
right?
She's gonna crank out the pepperoni bread like she's Papa John.
How could you ever
She's
fucking compare an Italian woman
Mama
with,
Donna.
with that Mendonite? That's it for us, everybody. We got anything we need to promote, Chris?
We're good to go.
Gail, you got anything you need to promote? Get out there.
No.
I guess that's it for
think that's it.
1973.